How's everybody doing? Hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing okay. I'm currently dog sitting for the fourth time this month. First time was just a couple of days, but the last few times it's been for a week. It's a very low maintenance dog, to be completely honest. But he has to sleep with me. And honestly, I'm just kind of sick of sharing my bed. And honestly, he doesn't take up a lot of space. He's a small dog, but still. I take one side, he takes the other pretty much. Because I don't want to roll over on him or something. So, yeah. One of the things I want to talk about today, though, is Netflix and what everybody's watching. I've been watching a bit more Netflix than usual lately. I kind of want to talk about what I'm watching. I want to know what you guys are watching. So, I started watching a couple of series on Netflix. And of course, the movies. Actually, why don't I just start with the movies? Actually, you know what? Oh, I started watching a Korean movie called Alive, which is basically about a zombie apocalypse, right? This kid's basically trapped at home in an apartment complex, several floors up, when the outbreak happens, and he's kind of stuck there. And at the beginning of the movie, I guess, spoiler alert. Well, no, this is at the very beginning, so it doesn't matter. At the very beginning, he gets there's like a note on the refrigerator from his parents telling him there's a note on the refrigerator from his parents telling him basically to go get groceries, because they're out and he needs to have food. I don't remember what they were out doing, but they're like, hey, go get some food with this money or whatever. Of course, he was dragging his feet about doing it, playing his video games and such. And then the outbreak happens. So, of course, throughout this movie, the thing was kind of like he was really low on food and pretty much didn't have anything because he never, went out to get the food. And now the outbreak happened and zombies are everywhere. But it was really, really good. So, that was one movie I watched. That's probably the best one. I've been getting to like a lot of more foreign stuff. Because I feel like I've watched like everything that's to be watched in like English. I watched a TV show. I'm not sure where it's from, but it was called The Rain. I think I got like a half season in, or I think I got almost a season in. And then I kind of dropped off from watching it. But that was basically about the rain. I forget what happens when the rain hits you. I think you die. Yeah, I think you die if the rain touches you or something like that. You get sick and die. And yeah, so the whole show is kind of based about that and trying to survive that whole pandemic type of situation. And I think it has an English dub, but unless it's anime, I hate dubs. Like, it's just so generic. The vibe never fits with what's going on in the movie. It's just tacky to me. So, it only works in cartoons. So, I've been watching that. I haven't watched it in a little while, though. And I started watching another Korean show called Sweet Home, and it's so good. I guess you could say this is kind of similar to Alive. except for it's a TV show, and it's not about zombies per se. It's like some type of outbreak is happening, but they're really calling it a curse. And basically, people are turning into like these demonic creatures of all shapes and sizes. And yeah, it's really good. So it's good, but it's also kind of sad because the main character has like this backstory that is, very unfortunate, and you're always kind of feeling a bit sorry for him, and it never really gets better. There's never like any closure. There's never like, good for him type of moment. It just kind of constantly gets worse for him, even though he's the main character. But the more you learn, the more it's happening. You're kind of like, wow, this totally sucks to be him. Like, and there's no overcoming it, basically. But it was good. I watched that. I binge watched it, honestly. I think it was about 8 or 12 episodes. And I watched it over the course of like maybe 3 days. So, good stuff. But now, I need something else to watch. I've watched Twin Peaks. Let me see if my Netflix is still up. Oh, another show I watched was 2-Sentence Horror Stories. That was really good. I didn't know it was on the CW. I thought it was a Netflix show, but every time it starts up, it shows the CW logo, and I always forget about that. It's actually a really good show. Like, it's so good that I wouldn't figure that it would be on regular TV. Like, it seems like a cable show or a Netflix type of show. It's good, though. So if you're into spooky stuff, pretty much everything I've named so far is pretty spooky, because that's kind of what I'm into. So if you're into spooky stuff, I recommend you check out the things that I've been mentioning. But especially 2-Sentence Horror Stories. 2-Sentence Horror Stories. So we're just gonna see what I've been watching. Oops. Go back. So, yeah. I guess I've actually watched a whole bunch. But, yeah, I really like The Wild. Or not The Wild, but Alive. See, on my watch it again list, it shows a whole bunch of movies. The Circle, that was a good movie. I can't remember the exact premise, but let me see if they'll tell me if I click it. My computer takes forever to load. Speaking of my computer, actually, I don't want to go on too much rambling. Okay, so it says, when a group of strangers is seized. Oh, honestly, the text is just too small for me to read and go back and forth. But basically, all these people wake up in this room, and they basically are all on these circles. And if they move off the circles, they immediately die. Like, just boom, dead. None of them know why they're there. There really isn't any logic to it. There's men, women, and children. So there's no, like, bias to who was brought. It's just happened. And I believe the premise is they have to decide who dies next. And it was good. Damn good movie. If you're into comedies, I enjoyed the movie. Or not the movie. The TV show Portlandia. Really funny. It's satire. If you're into that sort of thing. Yeah, I got too much on there to really talk about, but now I'm trying to find new things. So if you're watching something interesting, especially if it's spooky or funny, let me know. I was about to talk about something else just a second ago, and then I wanted to see what I was at time-wise, and I honestly can't tell because this light is blinding me. So let me turn that off for just 2 seconds so I can see. Oh, I see. Already kind of up there. I get to talking then before I know it. You know, I'm way up there. So I guess I'm going to cut it short here. Hope you enjoyed the sounds. Be sure to let me know what you're watching on Netflix. I need stuff to watch. I'm really bored these days. Yeah, so let me know what you're watching, and I'll see you